Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, my name is Jacinta Rahmadias Kusuma, and my student ID number is 2024320001. And today I will be demonstrating my step-by-step process in completing the multimedia practicum assignment. And this project is a comprehensive task that covers theoretical research on typography and file formats, as well as practical implementation of web development using HTML and CSS. And since my name, man, my student ID number and is an odd digit, I will be implementing a visual design that is predominantly purple, and I will show you everything from creating the initial folder to writing the code and finally viewing the live website. And let's get started. Okay, as you can see, the first step is any professional development project is organization. As you can see on my screen, uh, I am creating a dedicated project folder like this. And inside this folder, I will keep all my essential files. It is best practice to keep your HTML and CSS files in the same directory for this assignment. Now I am want to opening. This is my visual code Visual Studio Code so we can start building the structure of our site. And now let's look at the HTML file first, which is I've named index HTML. HTML is the skeleton of our website. I started by typing the exclamation mark shortcut to generate the HTML5 boilerplate. And notice the head section here. I've carefully set the title to history of multimedia, and most importantly, I've used the link tag to connect our HTML to an external CSS file named style CSS. This is crucial for maintaining separation of concern in web design. And this is the body. I use semantic tags. I have a header for my identity and my title, and then I created the major section. I'm sorry, but this is the section. Text to represent history of multimedia. This is the body. And section 1 cover to the analog area. And the section 2, this is discuss the digital revolution, where I use U1 and U and this is text to list key invention like the CD-ROM. And section 3 explores modern trends like AI and VR. By using the semantic text, I'm making sure the website is not only readable for humans but also optimized for search engines and accessibility tools. And step 3 is styling with CSS. I'm using the purple theme. Okay, next let's move to the aesthetic part. Since I have a student ID number, the requirement is to use purple as the dominant color. And in my style CSS, I started with a global reset to remove default margins and padding. For the body, I chose a very soft lavender um, very chose lavender background to ensure that the dark text remains highly readable. This is a direct application of the readability theory I wrote in my report. And the header is this is a header is the most prominent part, so I gave it deep royal blue, royal purple background using the hex code this. And I also set the font to a clean sans serif. And why I'm using sans serif? Because sans serif fonts are much easier to read and digital screens compared to serif fonts. And I also padding a margin bottom. This margin bottom to my section to create white space. White space is essential in multimedia because it prevents the user from feeling overwhelmed by too much information. And finally, I styled the navigation links with a smooth translation effects to give it a modern interactive feel. And now, let's see the final result of our hard work, maybe. And I am opening the index HTML. And after this, I want to click and open with live server. We're using extension live server. And this is, as you can see, the layout is very clean and the purple theme looks professional. And let's look at the content. The first subheading, era tradisional dan analog. Uh, is clearly visible thanks to the high contrast. As I scroll down to the digital revolution section, you can see how the bullet points make the technical information easier to scan, I mean. And in the final section, I've explained the future of multimedia. Notice how the fonts I chose maintain their quality even as I resize the window. This so that the website is stable. At the very bottom, if include a horizontal ruler and clear link to this YouTube video. And the overall design follows the rules of visual hierarchy, where the most important information, the titles, stand out clearly the body text from the body text. And to wrap this to wrap things up, this practicum has been a great learning experience, and I didn't just learn how to code, I learned how to apply typography and usability theories into a real-world digital product. And thank you so much for following my practicum. And I hope this video provides a clear explanation of my work. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.